Alright folks, so this is one that we definitely have to talk about. This is the official LEGO Star Wars UCS Jabba's Sail Barge. This is coming out on October 6th, retailing for $500. Yes, that's right, $500 in the US with 3,942 pieces. Now listen, we will talk about value towards the end of this video. I'm going to have a lot to say when it comes to the value of this set. So if you're interested in hearing all about that and just what I think of this and what it seems like the general consensus is with LEGO fans, then make sure to stick around towards the end of the video. Stay tuned for that. But before we get into any sort of biased opinions or any opinions that are too biased in the negative direction, let's just really take a look at what we're getting here and just consider it without the price tag attached, and just consider the model on its own and kind of just try to take an unbiased look at this thing. My first impressions here are actually pretty good. I mean, it looks like the sail barge and it looks really great for what it is. Whether you have bias or not, you cannot deny that this is the best Jabba's sail barge. If we're just considering the barge itself, it's the best Jabba's sail barge we've ever gotten in LEGO. Yes, we've gotten a lot of sets in the past for Jabba's sail barge, I think 2 or 3 in the past, and yes, we obviously have nostalgia towards those sets, but you can't deny this thing looks great. I mean, look at the deck up there, look at the tiling, the different greebling, it's really fantastic. The minifigures as well are pretty good. Obviously there's some that are missing that are in a different set, but I'm getting sidetracked. We will talk about that towards the end of the video. I gotta keep reminding myself, let's talk about it towards the end. Overall though, I mean, it looks like what it's supposed to look like, an upside down pirate ship. That's what Jabba's sail barge is basically. Let's keep going through the pictures here. This is the box art. I'm not 100% sure how I feel about this box art. It looks very, obviously box art is photoshopped, but this one looks almost fake the way it's photoshopped. I don't think the black background was a good choice for something that is just brown all over. I'm not sure if it really meshes too well. Maybe they could have gone with like a light blue or even just like a sand gray sort of color, but obviously they're sticking to the black color for those adult LEGO sets. Here's what the set is really all about though, that interior, and it does have quite a bit of interior, and from just looking at it far away, it looks really great. They'll give us some closer angles of that interior, and we'll kind of get to see all the different rooms and such, obviously. Here's a cool angle. This is the front of the sail barge, and I think that the shaping here is really fantastic. I don't really have any complaints about that. For the size of the model and what they accomplished at this scale, I think for this scale it works just fine. Yeah. Here's one of our first rooms here. This looks to be a kitchen. There's a whole lot of detail here. We've got some plates under the counter, obviously a stove top, different sort of bones and meat hanging on the wall. Looks like there's going to be stickers here, lots of stickers in this set, I'd assume. And then of course we get C-3PO and R2-D2, and R2-D2 has that little platter that can be attached on him. We've got some more silverware over here. It looks really great for what it is. This little kitchen area. Now it's getting us an image of the top of the sail barge. This is of course that gun that Princess Leia hops on top of and starts shooting. Glad that they included that, obviously. Here's a closer look at the actual display plaque along with Jabba the Hutt himself. I'm not entirely sure if this is actually a new Jabba the Hutt. It's obviously the same mold we've gotten, but in terms of printing, I'm not sure if they really updated anything there. Still though, I mean, he looks good as always. Can't really complain about anything there. Okay, here's what it looks like in person. Now is maybe the part where I start getting into a little bit of bias when it comes to this thing, so I start talking about my opinions a little bit. So if that annoys you, I apologize, but I have to. It looks really good, okay? But $500 here? I'm not so sure about that. Again, for the scale, I think they really did accomplish the sail barge. But this just doesn't look like a $500 set to me. It looks maximum like $300 to me, if I'm being completely, totally honest. Like what we're getting here, I can see $300, but $500, I'm not so sure. And again, I think the model's fine. I think it looks really great, actually. It's just hard for me to justify that price. Okay, we do get a closer look at these rooms. Now I feel like a fool. Here's a closer look at that jail cell area. We've got some weapons on the wall and such. The jail cell itself and a broom. That's kind of fun. Let's see. Yep, here, oh, we already saw the kitchen. Still, closer view at the kitchen, I guess. And these are actual real-life pictures. These aren't rendered, so that's kind of helpful. Here's a closer look at that area where Jabba's is sitting, which is about what you'd expect, but still pretty awesome. Here's what it looks like on display. I really don't think it displays the best. You would kind of need to match the color scheme. It would have to match the aesthetic, obviously. But for LEGO Star Wars fans, they'll be able to find a way to display this to where it looks good and all that sort of stuff. Here's that 360 view to kind of give us a full view of the thing. And we didn't really get a good sense of the little side, what would you even call these, flaps? We can watch the lifestyle video too, just to kind of get a sense of, I guess, the building experience. Yeah, just look at this right here. Imagine you were building this yourself. Does this seem like some sort of monumental $500 Lego set to you? Because I'm just not seeing it. It doesn't feel like an Avengers Tower level thing to me. It doesn't even feel like a Razor Crest level thing to me. Like the Razor Crest looked massive. That was like justifiably $500. That might have been $600 actually. Nonetheless, it just doesn't feel like that $500 sort of Lego aesthetic that I think that they were hoping it would kind of endure. Yeah, okay, so you can also lift the roof off. It's not just the side panels that go down. Yeah, I mean, compared to the hands, imagine like putting your hands on this thing. I don't know. Yeah, those can obviously move. That's nice. You can adjust those flaps. And, oh, well, I guess we could take a closer look at the figures real quick, if it'll let us. We get pretty much all the figures I was expecting, but not necessarily some that I feel like we should get in this set. We get C-3PO, of course, Bib Fortuna, not sure of that guy's name. I believe that's Max Rebo, not sure of that guy's name. We get, of course, Princess Leia, a Gamorrean guard, not sure of that guy's name either. R2-D2, I should know his name, but I don't. All right, those are the figures. That's my take on them. I apologize that I don't know the name of a character that had 2 seconds of screen time. All right, well, that's the thing. Let's talk about this here. So obviously the elephant in the room is that the desert skiff as well as the Sarlacc pit are not included, and they are instead being sold in an $80 set. And that set on its own, obviously there's controversy around that and the fact that it should not be $80. It's ridiculous that it's $80. And now they sell the sail barge, which admittedly looks really great, but they sell the sail barge at an overpriced price as well. With the price to part ratio, obviously the ideal price for this would be like $400 less. Okay, I think $400 in the year of 2024 is reasonable to ask for this thing. I think that would be fine. Take into account it includes Jabba, it includes these big sail pieces. Not that I think those would be too difficult to produce, but nonetheless, it includes those big sail pieces. Maybe add $20-$30. I would say $430. I'm fine with that. $430 for this. And then, they throw the $500 price tag on it because they can. And Star Wars fans will buy this, obviously. And then they'll buy the Desert Skiff and the Sarlacc pit because it's incomplete without it, to be totally honest. It really is. But I don't know. It just feels a little, as a fan of Lego, I feel like I'm being manipulated. And we are being manipulated, sorry. And definitely Star Wars fans 100% are being manipulated in this sense because they're going to buy this thing and then they're going to want the other thing, and that's just how it goes. I'm not a fan of that marketing strategy. I feel like everything that you need for a set should be included in the set. It almost feels like going back to the UCS Hulkbuster set where you needed to buy that $35 Iron Man set on the side for it to be actually complete. And you may say, this model is complete. It's got everything you need. But I mean, come on. We all know that the Jabba sail barge is, it goes 2 and 2 with the Desert Skiff and the Sarlacc pit. That's common knowledge. It doesn't matter if they're not, compatible in the sense that you put an Iron Man figure literally inside the Hulkbuster. They are one and the same. They should be in the same set. They have been for years. And now all of a sudden they're not. That's my opinion, though. That's just how I feel about it. Great model, not worth $500. Should have included the Desert Skiff as well as the Sarlacc pit. Let me know, though, in the comments below what you think of this one. I'm sorry for ranting at you. I just have a lot of opinions when it comes to this set. If you liked this video, if you made it this far, be sure to leave a like. Be sure to subscribe as well. I appreciate you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.